So I roll out of bed this morning, I look at my calendar, and I realize it's the 23rd of November. What does that mean? Well, for one, that is the anniversary of World of Warcraft. Second of all, it means I am 1 year away from this turning red. It's my birthday, basically. And I am 29 years old. I am a fucking boomer. But also, if you know that reference, this turning red, then the first one to comment below, I will give you something. I will gift you something. What is it? I don't know yet. But I will gift you something. The first one to comment below what that means. Anyway, let's get into the video. So, the Everlook server. Why am I commenting on it? Well, I was covering a little bit of Everlook server in my monthly news videos. But why am I not playing it? Well, that's gonna be a video for another time, or actually, I'll just post my clip of the stream where I talked about why I'm not going to play Everlook WoW, and it's nothing to do with the server itself, it's purely me. Anyway, but I am still covering it, so I wanted to talk about the launch of the server. It's been just over a week since the Everlook server launch in November 11th, and since then, even since before then, they have had 42,000 accounts made. More than that probably now. They've had a total of, as of the statistics of a few days ago, they've had 68,000 characters made. The servers, from what I've been told from people who are playing the server, actively have anywhere from 5,000 to 7,000 people online at a time, and I don't even know if that's peak or low hours. That's just what I've been told, between 5,000 and 7,000 people on at the same time, which for a private server is absolutely massive. Even with all of these players, they are still doing a very good job, at least as much as they can do, banning bots and gold spammers. They've banned in the last week alone over 1,000 accounts that were doing that. And not just in-game, on their Discord server, they have over 28,000 people signed up and are active on their server. But that also means there's a higher chance of offline scams. By offline, not being on the server. You have Bitcoin scams going around. You have phishing scams. You have people saying, we will give you gold. You don't ever fall for that. They've already posted and made clear they do not award people gold. They do not do anything like that. So if you get an email that says everlook.org, ever-look.org or whatever it was, don't ever answer those. They do not do that whatsoever. But why is this so popular? Why is this server so popular? Is it because it is a Blizz-like server? Yes and no. I think the majority of the reason why this server is so popular, other than it being a Blizz-like server, is the aggressive marketing. This server has done more marketing than any of the other private servers I've seen. Now, of course, it's risky because it means you have a higher chance of being targeted by Blizzard themselves, but it also has, it's a risk to reward factor. It's a higher risk of being targeted, but it's also a greater reward of more people coming in. Now, what do I mean about aggressive marketing? Well, from what they can do, obviously, they can't go on TV or go on YouTube and put a big old advertisement. Not only does that cost money, but I think Blizzard would have something to say about that, even though I know you and they don't give a fuck. It all comes down to a variety of things, from internet trolls making videos about Everlook, and by internet trolls, I mean they're going around actively talking about it in other streamers' chats. I'll get to that in a second. They're making videos, embracing the memes, embracing the controversies, all that kind of stuff. And not only the trolls, but it's also the Everlook team as well that have been doing that. They just posted a video like, oh, does our launcher have a gold miner in it? Or not gold miner, it's a Bitcoin miner? Gold miner. They are pushing those kind of advertisements from not only the fans, but the dev team themselves. they're also pushing their own merchandise. You can get Everlook shirts that have, like, the memes of the server on it. It's kind of funny. But what started this in the first place? Well, I think the biggest boost in popularity came from the return of the king, Alex Sensual himself. He is the biggest name, whether it's now, whether it's, you know, when he's active, when he's not active, which as of right now, it seems like he's gone into his non-active phase again, but he is the name everybody knows when it comes to private servers. His, you know, coming back from another inactive state to being active again and mentioning Everlook and saying, I'm gonna play Everlook, that already got people like, woo, what's Everlook? So that definitely gave it a major boost. Of course, you also have people like my homeboy San Medina. You have large, I'm talking huge streamers talking about this server. Back to that internet troll I told you about, somebody was advertising Everlook in Stay Safe's stream, and while Stay Safe didn't mention the server by name, he did say, hey, stop talking about your crappy private server, or whatever he said, right? I couldn't find the clip. I don't know if it was deleted or not, but he did talk about it. Even though it was not in a positive light, even though he didn't say the name, he still talked about it, which got people like, what is he talking about? Ooh, and that piques people's interest. Whether it's for the good, whether it's for the negative, they still piqued interest. And out of that group, some people will be like, ooh, I'm interested. So yeah, you have Stay Safe. Not only that, by name, unlike Stay Safe, who didn't say it by name, by name, you have the biggest WoW streamer of all, Asmongold, who mentioned, of course, a few private servers, including my favorite Turtle WoW. He also mentioned Ascension WoW, and of course, the first one he mentioned was Everlook. I'm going to be posting that clip right here.
Time and again, there will be an audience for this, or just go all out with changes. Much more so.
Absolutely. I mean, there's still private servers that have massive populations. Like there's Everlook, Warmane, fucking Ascension. What were the other ones? I think those are three of the most Turtle WoW. Like these servers are massively fucking popular.
With all that being said, it's obviously a huge success for a private server for this big of a launch, and it's retained it at least for a week or two, which, you know, sometimes you get that big influx of people like, ooh, what is this new server, new fresh server, and then you see the population start going down, 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 because it's like, okay, I see it, it's like, whatever, and they leave, right? It's retained, it's even grown over this last week of it being out. Now, do I think it will last? No. And that's not to say the server is bad. But looking at the history of private servers, there's been a ton of VMango core private servers, some run by White Kidney. They've all, whenever the new fresh comes out, die. And then everyone goes to the next fresh. Then from there, eventually they close, either by themselves or, you know, Blizzard can try to shut them down, but the majority of the case with the White Kidney servers is that people just kind of leave the server. The server may stay up, but it'll be pretty much dead, and then, in population that is, then, at the most, they close their own server down. Now, I don't know if they are planning on a Everlook 2 or a new fresh after about maybe, you know, a year or so of Everlook being out, so I'm going to just rule that out right now. I don't think that will be the case. Of course, it is highly likely. I don't know if that will be the case, so let's just rule that out and say that's not the case for a moment. I also think it's a honeymoon phase. Now, why did I say yes and no? Well, a good chunk of the people who are playing Everlook are people who are already in the private server community. They have been in the private server community since before Classic. Now, the majority of people who played Classic did not play private servers. Now, that's for a multitude of reasons, and of course you know the reasons, but in case you don't know, I will be mentioning them here. That's because private servers are not sanctioned by Blizzard, therefore, you have the risk of being banned, right? That was always a huge fear in people's minds, is, oh, well, if I play a private server, I'll be banned on the real game, and then I won't be able to play anymore. Another one is, well, the server is just going to shut down in a year or two, whether it's by its own accord or by Blizzard, so why play all of that, do all of that just to lose my character? There's a multitude of reasons why people didn't want to play, and they were legit reasons. It's not that they were anti-vanilla or whatever. It was just more of a fear factor, whether it's, you know, Blizzard or losing their character or whatever. Now, when Classic came around, they're like, well, this is an official vanilla, therefore it's safe to play, and I'm very interested. A lot of those people who stayed, like, because you have retail people who tried Classic and didn't quite like it, you know, it wasn't their thing. But a lot of the people who stayed and liked Classic Vanilla, they want more. They love it. They love that. They love TBC, Wrath to a degree. They love the old school RPG that World of Warcraft was. So now that, you know, it's in Wrath of the Lich King, the people who don't like Wrath of the Lich King, they're like, okay, so what do we do now? We like vanilla. Of course, you have the people who just flat out hate Blizzard. They don't want to give Blizzard any money. You have those people too. Well, what about us? We got and I'm not talking about the private server people. I'm talking about the other people. They got a taste of vanilla. They got that taste. They want more. They can't stand retail. Or they like retail, but they really like vanilla. They want to play it again. But Classic is not the same. Not only has it changed, it's not Blizzard-like, in a sense, but it's just whatever reason. Where do they go? A lot of the private servers that are out right now are custom servers like Turtle WoW, like Ascension WoW. Now, that's not a bad thing. A lot of people want the custom stuff. I want the custom stuff. But there are people who want the true Blizz-like servers. And there's nothing wrong with that at all. They now have a home, which is Everlook. Of course, there were the other servers, and I think Kronos is still kicking around somewhere in the ether, but Everlook is the most advertised private server I've ever seen. So, of course, when Asmongold says it, now millions of people will see it, right? Millions of people watch him, so now millions of people are like, no, ooh, Everlook. So, that already is a huge factor of why this server is bumping right now, right? It's all the people who want that. And not only that, you have people who just don't want to give Blizzard money in the first place, like I said, but also they want the true Blizzard experience because they haven't experienced it yet. So this is a way for them to experience it, for a lot of people, for the first time. With me, now, if you're going to ask me right now if I'm going to play Everlook, I won't say never. I might at one point try it, but as of right now, no. And the TLDR is because been there, done that a ton of times. I am just kind of burnt out of playing normal Blizz-like WoW. That's why I've been playing on Turtle WoW, on trying out Epoch WoW. When Revelation was coming out, I was very interested in that because it's the same gameplay, which is the main reason, the main draw. I love the gameplay, I love the world, but the questing, the raids, everything basically you do in the game, I've been there, done that so many times. Not just one time on Classic WoW. If you know me, I played Kronos before Nostalria shut down. I played Kronos. I played, what was it? Elysium. I played Light's Hope. I think Darrowshire. I played one other one, I can't remember. I played Northdale. All of and of course, Classic WoW. Multiple characters per server sometimes. I've done this so many times since 2016. That's 6 years. I'm just very burnt out. That's why I'm craving something new. That's why I'm playing Turtle WoW. And that's, again, why I don't want to play Everlook. It's not anything wrong with the server itself. I'm giving it praise because it is doing a good job. I just don't want to play it for my own reasons. So, there's that. And I think a lot of people are also going to start feeling the same way. When I first wanted to play a private server, which was in Warlords of Draenor, I wanted the true Blizz-like experience. I wanted to go back and feel the exact same things I did when I very first played World of Warcraft. So that's when I joined Kronos. And I played Chronos, and I was like, this is fucking amazing. This is great. However, like I said, that was just when I had never played, well, I had played vanilla, you know, when it was current content, but I hadn't played other private servers yet. This was the first time since actual vanilla that I had played it. So, you know, it was just like, oh my god, I'm in heaven. A lot of people, especially the people who classic retail was their very first time playing it, these are the people who are going to be playing Everlook, along with the fresh jumpers, is what I like to call them. So, all of that ranting, just to say, yes, I do believe this is a honeymoon phase. And just like every other private server, it will go down in population as the patches progress. That's just the natural history of all of the servers. Even Classic WoW, even other private servers. As the patches go, this population goes, and then you might get a boost for Naxxramas at the end. You'll get, of course, the boost for each of the patches, and then it goes down, 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 down. And the biggest one will be when and if another fresh Blizz-like server comes out. Now, I think also with the people who try it, played it, okay, now I got the experience, the exact same thing I said, they want to try something new, but with the same gameplay. So, that's where Turtle WoW, that's where Ascension WoW, Epoch WoW, that's where they all come in. Turtle WoW, as you remember, started off as a Blizz-like server, but their population started going down. They made the jump into custom content. Now, their population is going up. It, you know, besides Everlook numbers, Turtle WoW is in the top 3, one of the most popular private servers, because of their custom content. People want the gameplay, but want something new to play. They want the new zones, the new dungeons, the new questing. So, if Everlook wants to stay relevant by the end, I'm talking by Naxxramas end, they, I do think, need to innovate and do that. Or they could just start anew fresh, and they can have people do fresh jumping. That's pretty much, I'm assuming, what they're going to do, but like I said, if they want to keep the Everlook server itself, I do think eventually they will need to innovate. But anyway, that's going to be the end of my video. It's going to be a little bit slow these next couple of weeks because of Thanksgiving, my birthday. Also, I have an art show coming up in 2 weeks, or no, about a week and a half from now. If you're wondering what I got for my birthday, I got this. So, expect better graphics and better running in my streams and videos coming up. I'm going to be putting this bad boy in my computer in the next week or so. I even got a couple of new RAM sticks. I'm going to have 32 gigabytes, which I don't already have already. I got a new SSD. So, yeah, expect all that coming up in the future. When there's big news about Everlook server, I will be posting about it. If and when I ever decide to play Everlook, I will play it, but I don't expect me to get to level 60. Probably 20 at the max, just to try it out. Maybe review the server like I have been with other servers. That's pretty much it. I primarily play Turtle WoW. I was playing Wrath of the Lich King retail or classic or whatever. I fell off that for a little bit, but I really want to play because I do like it. I just haven't had the time to. I will be trying out Dragonflight. I don't know if it's going to be good yet. It definitely look just basic, surface level is what I mean. It does look better than Shadowlands, but I don't know if it's going to keep me. It doesn't hurt to try it, right? I'll try it. If I don't like it, worst thing that can happen is I'll just quit. Whatever, whatever. But if you are interested in any of that, Epoch WoW, I'm definitely excited for. I'm covering as well. And a couple of other servers here and there I cover, even if I don't play them. Hour of Twilight, which is still not in their second beta. They should be by now. It's been almost a year. Fall of Lordaeron, I got a video on Fall of Lordaeron, and I also cover all of these in my monthly updates, which I haven't done in a while because I've been doing individual updates, but anyway, follow me, like me, subscribe me, give me a hug because it's my birthday, Watch me on my streams. I might do a birthday stream, I don't know. Or a Thanksgiving stream, fuck if I know. Goodbye.